A neighbor's house was sold by James a couple of years ago, and they had told us the experience was really good. But till you don't meet the person, you don't know if it's a good fit, and So when I did call James over to the house and spoke to him initially, he just came across as a professional. He knew about the area. He knew what had sold up to 6, 7, 8 months prior to us selling the house on the market. The first thing was to find someone with good experience. Everybody claims to have experience, but what we were looking was for someone who could guide us, and guide us not just because it's a good deal for him to make us buy a more expensive property, nothing like that, but who was genuinely looking after our interests. And it felt, from the time I first met James, it felt that way. Be there for us when we needed. So it's not just the first initial meeting. He was always there. He and his team were always there for almost every time we wanted to call him. He was there, or they called us back within 10-15 minutes. Really understanding what we were looking for. Also appreciating the kind of architecture in the house we were living in. So he could guide us how to stage it if staging was needed, or because there were a few people who came prior to James and they said, oh, you have to change this, change that, but they really didn't get the idea what we had in design. Over here it was a more contemporary house. So I think that was also important, understanding our property.
We were expecting the house to sell for close to asking, or hopefully over asking, in a relatively short period of time. And our expectations were totally exceeded, as our house sold for over asking on the first full day of showing. Sold about $30,000 over asking. So we were totally happy with the results.
Expectations were also met while we purchased the other property, and it was James who showed us potential in the other property. And even though we had to go into bidding war, his guidance throughout the process right till the end, and he didn't push us to be in a place where it was uncomfortable for us, but he did guide us, and we were really appreciative of that. So yes, expectations were met selling and purchasing a property.
I think we were surprised at how relatively smooth the whole process was, both the buying and the selling process. It was painless. I mean, really, like the fact that our house sold on the first day, I mean, we were so amazed. It was it was extremely smooth, no hiccups, no problems. We were very happy.
His team was always there with him, supporting us in searching for properties. But at the same time, while selling our own house, his team members, James has a pool of people looking on our behalf for buyers. And it turned out that one of his team members did, on the first day of showing, bring someone who paid over asking without any conditions. So, and it was also his skill of pricing the property correctly. He guided us, he advised us that, listen, you should have this on the market for this much. And sure enough, we had so much showing on the first day. By 4 o'clock, I think it was like 4:15 or something, we had over asking offer without conditions. And that wasn't even the team member who brought the buyer.
We would totally recommend James Hodgins Realty Group to all our family and friends. We totally trusted James in helping us make the biggest purchase of our lives, and he was extremely professional the whole way, and we were in good hands. If I had one word to describe James Hodgins and his realty group, that would be professionalism.
Excellent. My word, excellent. Just excellent throughout. Yeah.